Hey guys, welcome back to the recap. This week for NXT, what we have is we have a new NXT champion based off of NXT 30. It was Killian Cross. Killian Cross beat Keith Lee, and he's the new NXT champion, so we start off the night with him. I personally don't feel like Keith Lee should have lost that match and lost the NXT title. I feel like he hasn't even had it for that long. But hey, it seemed like Triple H wanted to pass the torch to Killian Cross. But the only thing is, Killian Cross came out with a slink on his arm, and he told us that he separated his shoulder. So that is a bummer for Killian Cross. You hate to see it. You never want anybody to be injured in any profession that they're in, and especially when they hit the pinnacle of it as a champion or they win like a title or something like that, and then he only had it for one night and he had to give it up the next day, which sucks. Kind of reminds me of Finn Balor when Finn Balor won the Universal Championship finally, but he separated his shoulder and had to give it up. It really sucks to see, but I have no doubt Killian Cross will be back and he'll have a speedy recovery and he'll work his way back up to the top and get the NXT title once again. Bro, what? We got two huge things that just happened. First of all, we had a surprise commentator for this next match on NXT. It's Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett is back in NXT. I was a huge fan of Wade Barrett from when he was the leader of Nexus to when he was on his own doing the bad news Barrett gimmick. I used to love the "we got some bad news." I used to love that. And then when he was Intercontinental Champion multiple times, he had these feuds with people like The Miz over the Intercontinental title. He won it at not at WrestleMania, but the night after WrestleMania, and the crowd went wild. Oh man, I love Wade Barrett. I'm happy to see him back at NXT. Next thing we have that came up was we had a match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. So it was Breezango, which is Tyler Breeze and Fandango, going against Imperium's Fabian Eichner and Martel Bartel for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and it was a good match. It was very entertaining and good to watch. And we have new NXT Tag Team Champions, which is Breezango. I didn't see that happening. I thought Imperium would keep the titles for a long time. So NXT is picking back up. Karrion Kross had to give up the NXT title due to injury, which, sucks. But then right after, we have these two great surprises. So the show's really picking up. All right, next up, we have a match between Jake Atlas. I'm not too familiar with Jake Atlas, but Jake Atlas versus the returning, more surprises for NXT this week. This is the returning Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa seems very different. He came out totally different attire. He's not wearing the camo cargo pants thing anymore. He's back in tights. Has a leather jacket with a hood. Has a mask. Not a mask he wears during the match, but just like a mask during his entrance that he takes off. And it was pretty much all Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa is apparently like this whole new aggressive kind of heel Tommaso Ciampa. He stomped Jake Atlas out until the referee had to pull him off. He started doing it again, just repeatedly stomping on Jake Atlas' head, and then hit the Widow's Bell 1, 2, 3, and Tommaso Ciampa is your winner. All right, guys, moving along with NXT. I'm really liking NXT this week. So Mr. Regal, the general manager of NXT, William Regal, came out and he gave his best wishes to Killian Cross in his recovery. And he talked about what are we going to do to decide the new NXT champion, since we don't have an NXT champion right now. Him and the advisory board of NXT came up with the idea to have 4 former NXT champions, guys who can claim that they were the face and still are the face of NXT, go off against each other in a fatal 4-way match next week in NXT. And those competitors are, and I love all these competitors that he named. First competitor that he named is the heart and soul of NXT, the first Triple Crown winner in NXT history, Johnny Gargano. The next competitor that he named, a man who was never beat for the NXT championship. He had to relinquish it due to injury. And one of the returning competitors on tonight's episode, Tommaso Ciampa. Next competitor that he named, third competitor, the person who set the longest reigning NXT championship reign in the first place, the 290-day champion and the first Universal champion, the Prince Finn Balor. And last but not least, the second person to become a Triple Crown winner in NXT history, the longest reigning NXT champion to date, Adam Cole, baby. So those four guys are going to go off against each other next week in a Fatal 4-Way match, but not in any Fatal 4-Way match, in the first ever Iron Man 60-minute Fatal 4-Way match. We haven't really seen an Iron Man match in a while, so I'm excited about that. And especially with these four guys, these four are some of my top favorite wrestlers to date. And I wouldn't be mad if any one of them won the title. Right now, I don't know who I would want to win. I gotta go right off the bat and say my top two. I can't even. All right, I'm just gonna say somebody. Adam Cole, because Adam Cole was just the NXT champion. I love the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole did a great job as NXT champion. If not Adam Cole, Finn Balor. Finn Balor is my second pick, I guess, and then my third. So I'm gonna go in order. I want Adam Cole first, Finn Balor, Johnny Gargano, because Johnny Gargano never really has been done justice with the NXT title. He lost it as soon as he got it. Johnny Gargano, phenomenal wrestler, and then I guess on the last person on my list is Tommaso Ciampa. Either person who gets it, I'm going to be excited about. So I can't wait until next week. Next up on NXT, we have another championship match. We have Santos Escobar versus Isaiah Swerve Scott for the Cruiserweight championship. It was a really good match. Isaiah Swerve Scott is a very phenomenal athletic wrestler. He's flipping all over the place, doing these crazy moves, and a lot of times it seemed like Isaiah Swerve Scott was about to become the new Cruiserweight champion. Escobar's boys, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, they kept getting involved in the match, trying to cheat for him, but then Breezango came out and helped out Isaiah Swerve Scott, and they started fighting and took those guys out of the equation. But then for some reason, Escobar, he picked up this mask and he put it on and he headbutted Isaiah Swerve Scott, and Isaiah Swerve Scott was out, like he was knocked out. And Santos is still our Cruiserweight champion. All right, next up on NXT, we had Kyle O'Reilly versus Drake Maverick. I've never really been a great fan of Drake Maverick. If anything, I liked him a little better when he was in the UK. But Kyle O'Reilly is like one of my favorite wrestlers, one of my favorite guys in the UE. And Kyle O'Reilly it's always a pleasure to watch the martial arts master go to work in the ring. And Kyle O'Reilly picked up the win with this crazy heel hook lock with both legs. The UE, Roderick Strong, and Bobby Fish decided to start stomping out Drake Maverick after the match and beat him up. And for some reason, Kyle O'Reilly wasn't okay with that. Kyle O'Reilly was trying to call him off and say, do we really need to do this? But I hope the UE's not about to break up and that Kyle O'Reilly is going to be baby face now, and then he's going to break off from the... I hope all these guys stay heel. I hope they all are cohesive and they stick together, because Undisputed Era is one of my favorite tag team stables of all time. So lastly, on NXT, we had a match with Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai versus Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai. All these women have history together. They all fought against each other or with each other at some point. I liked the match. It was a very good match. I'm always amazed to see Io Shirai in the ring. She is like a crazy high-flying, like agile. Like she makes it look easy. Rhea Ripley was trying to get in the ring, but then Mercedes Martinez comes out of nowhere because she has had her issues with Rhea Ripley. She attacked Rhea Ripley. The referee didn't see. And then Raquel Gonzalez picked up the 1-2-3 for her team. So let's see if Dakota Kai can get back on track with winning the women's NXT Women's Championship. And let's see what happens between Rhea Ripley and Mercedes Martinez. Alright guys, thanks for watching to recap this week. Check out any of the other recap videos that I made for this week or any previous week. And I can't wait for NXT next week to see this Iron Man match. I'll have some more episodes coming out. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.